She's best known as the over-the-top mother, Peg Bundy, on Married with Children. And for her role as Viper family matriarch, Gemma Teller in Sons of Anarchy. Next week, she'll be guest starring on Glee as Artie's mom. Please welcome back to the talk, Katy Sagal.
I have to ask. I know we're going to talk about you, but your dad, Boris,
yes,
directed like big-time shows like Dr. Kildare with Richard Chamberlain, but he directed Elvis in Girl Happy.
Yes.
Oh my God! Yes. Wait a minute. Okay. So, did you get to meet Decay? Did you get to meet Decay?
Well, I actually did get to meet him. Of course,
What was he like?
Well, I was.
How old are you?
I was way more interested in the Rolling Stones. That's kind of what the music I listened to. So I wasn't a fanatic Elvis person, but I had a woman taking care of the kids in my family and a nanny. Yeah, we had a nanny. In those days, we had
nannies. That's all right. You can have that.
And she was really excited about meeting Elvis, so I kind of begrudgingly went along. It was fine. I know you want a better story than that, but I don't
something on.
How old were you when you met him?
I think I must have been 13, 12, or 13.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and I really, he didn't do it.
Too old for you.
He didn't do it for you.
I like Keith Richards.
He probably loved
He didn't look like Keith Richards.
I love you.
Now, when you first started out, who told you that you would never make it as an actress? Who is this person?
Oh, my father was a director, and he, as I was coming up, I wanted to be a singer, but he decided I should be an actor so that he could get me a union card. It was basically how you watch your children, so you want to make sure they're okay. So I said okay, and I went on a few of these auditions as an actor. I wasn't really interested in it, and I went to a casting director that was doing Dallas, one of those shows. Yeah. And I really didn't look like I should be on Dallas. And this person said to me, you will never work in television. Because you should go and be on the stage. You're too ethnic. You're not blonde. Well, I didn't look, I don't know, but that's what they told me. And, my joke ever since.
I just said this to somebody, don't these casting people who say this kind of thing, I know most don't, but ever learn? So many people have those kind of stories.
Oh.
It's pretty amazing.
Well, I think you start to be grateful for those kind of stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Make you try harder.
Well, not necessarily. I don't know if it makes you try harder, but it's sort of...
or keep going.
Keep going, and you sort of get... it's never been easy for me in terms of casting and what job. I've always had to, sort of barrage my way through the door. So, yeah.
Makes you tough.
It's
worked. It's worked for you.
You famously played Peg Bundy for 11 seasons on Married with Children. And whose idea was it for the bouffant wig?
Well, Peg was written very slouchy and sort of a couch potato, and I sort of thought we should doll her up. And one of my main motivations for it was that I was really working as a musician until I started working on Married with Children, and I kept thinking, they're going to fire me any second, and I'm going to have to go back to my real job, which is I'm going to go play gigs, and So I sort of had this idea that I'll disguise myself so that nobody will recognize me when I take this off. So that was one of my motivations for, because she was really in drag. I mean, that was her, she just was all dolled up, and I didn't really look like that, so I could go about my normal life.
And did they love it? Did they right away say, no, because...
Well, I went into the audition wearing very tight clothes, and I had my hair up, and, I felt when I read the script that they spoke so horribly to each other that they had to have something really hot going on somewhere.
Yes, you're right.
People to this day, all of us included, still love Peg Bundy. They also love you on Sons of Anarchy as Gemma Teller. patriarch member of this biker gang. That must make for an interesting fan base between the two characters that
Well,
so
it's
love you
kind
for.
of similar in a weird way. I have a lot of prisoners that are my. Peg Bundy did, and Sons is a big show. Well, Sons is also a big show in prisons. It's a big show in the military as well. I'm not sure that that Married with Children was, but what they have in common is they had a very rabid fan base.
Right.
You know, the people that love Sons of Anarchy are diehard.
Diehards, yeah.
I was just on tour. I did a little music tour, and we had some of the actors come out from the show, and I mean, people just went crazy. It was the most awesome response. So it's great.
Speaking of rabid fans, speaking of a rabid fan base, you and I have something in common, which is that we both have played moms on Glee.
Oh.
I played Jake's mom,
right.
yeah, and now you're guest starring as Artie's mom,
Right.
which is so exciting. So, and the fans of that show they're out of their minds. They're the best. So tell us about how you got that role.
Well, I've been pitching myself for about 3 years to get on that show. I've told everybody. I've
Because you're
told
such a great
Kevin Riley at Fox. I've told the producers. I told Kevin. You know, we decided backstage at Comic-Con that I was going to be his mom. And finally, when it came up, my friend Paris Barkley, who's one of the directors of the show, he sent me this little email. He said, it's in the next script. So I sent an email to Ryan Murphy, who I happen to know, and I said, I hear Artie's mom's around. I'm around if anyone's interested. And the reason is because Glee is the show that does music correctly on television. You know, and they really, really do. And my interest is to sing. You know, I really wanted to be on Glee so that I could sing. So I kind of weaseled my way in.
Hey, they're lucky.
I'm not singing this season, but I will be back. It's all been signed in. And yes, Katy Sagal, everyone. You can watch Katy's episode of Glee
Next Thursday at 9 p.m. on Fox. We'll be right back.